All right, hello OAS family. We're going to do a quick video today showcasing two of our new brushes. So these are the two new brushes that we just released. On the left, the one with the black handle, we are calling Mountain Bamboo. And the smaller one on the right with the brown handle, we're calling the Turning Vine brush. So we wanted to, we've featured these in a general lesson video, but I wanted to focus more specifically on the brushes themselves and put them in context with the other brushes or the more core brushes in our catalog, so people could get a real idea of whether or not they want to add these brushes to their collection. So we're going to start off with this brush, the Mountain Bamboo brush. This is part of our kind of recent focus of our brush development. We are looking to explore the space in between. We're looking for brushes that blend the desirable qualities of an orchid bamboo brush and a mountain horse brush. So this is kind of like a marriage between these two brushes. And on the left is our Large Orchid Bamboo, and on the right is our Large Mountain Horse. So you can see that size-wise, it's about in the middle, and you'll see as we demonstrate with all these brushes that from a hair texture standpoint and a level of bounce and supple balance between bounce and suppleness, it is also a little bit in the middle. So I want to start by just demonstrating these core brushes a little bit. So this is our Orchid Bamboo, our Large Orchid Bamboo brush, and it is one of the essential brushes that we have in our core collection. And the medium version is actually included in our premium artist brush set. So it is a very, very good brush to have and to start with. And it's very versatile, which is why we recommend that people start with a brush like this. Versatile brushes are good at the beginning because there's so many intentions that people bring to this type of art form that it's nice to have a versatile brush so you're not pigeonholed into any particular style or any particular technique. But this is the Orchid Bamboo brush. We call it our signature line brush. So it is good for painting these tapered line strokes like these bamboo leaves you can see here, or like the name suggests, orchid leaves as well, which is a bit more of a long tapered line stroke where we start with a thin line and we get a little bit thicker, and then we go to thin and thicker, and we get. So those are two of the kind of classic strokes that we use this brush for. But the other cool thing about the Orchid Bamboo is the versatility. So you can see here that we can also use it as a bit of a shape brush. So because it has kind of a classic shape, we can also kind of lay the brush down a little bit and get rounder shape strokes and do like a classic like camellia leaf, etc., etc. So this is the Orchid Bamboo brush. This is the large version. Once again, the medium version is included in our premium artist brush set. A lot of you have this brush already, but if you don't, we would highly recommend starting with a brush like this. And then we're going to go to the Mountain Horse. So this is the Large Mountain Horse brush. I'm going to go ahead and wet it. The Mountain Horse has very stiff, bouncy hairs that make it good for, so I'm going to do some similar strokes with this brush and you can kind of see the differences. So you can see here as I do these, bamboo leaves, I'm getting very sharp points, and these bamboo leaves, I'm getting very sharp points, and bounce and energy in the brush. The other thing is, as this brush gets drier, it's actually quite good for texture. So I'm going to paint the moisture out of the brush a little bit, and you can start to see that the hairs will split, and with that splitting hair, I can get really nice texture in the strokes. So the Mountain Horse brushes are really great. They are the bounciest brushes that you can get, And because of how stiff they are and how durable you are, you can actually sort of work them in unique ways to get texture in your stroke as well. Okay, so those are the two demonstrations of the brushes that are our reference brushes. But the brush that we really want to feature here is this, which is the aptly called the mountain bamboo brush. So I'm going to get a fresher set of paper here. And this is the mountain bamboo brush. So we're going to demonstrate these, again, these sort of more classic bamboo leaf strokes. And you can see that it really is a really nice mixture of the two brushes. So when you saw me do these strokes with the mountain horse brush, you saw that the strokes were very straight, which comes with how bouncy and how stiff the hairs are on the mountain horse. And then when you saw me do with the orchid bamboo, you saw the more the relative softer hairs of that, producing a little bit more suppleness in the strokes. And a little bit more curving in the strokes. And this is a really wonderful combination between the two. So what I really like about it is it produces the consistency of point that you get with the mountain horse. Okay, so it really is a great at making these strokes that start and end with a point. So you can see I'm getting very fine points as I end all these strokes. And then if I want to show this orchid leaf idea as well, where I want to show a longer stroke that goes from thick to thin, you can see that it also can do things like that quite well. So I really like it. It's almost like become my go-to secret weapon brush for bamboo leaves. You really want something that can be nice and consistent with this stroke that you do so often and when you go back to painting bamboo. So you can see each one of these leaves is turning out quite nicely, and the brush is really helping me out a lot. So that's kind of the mountain bamboo brush. Really great for these tapered line strokes. We also showed in our last video that you can work it dry like a mountain horse brush and get texture. Although as a main texture brush, I would still go to the mountain horse. This is a little bit of a softer brush, and I am not as confident in the durability of it if you were to torture it as much as you would a mountain horse brush. So if you're wanting texture, then I still think mountain horse is your best bet. But if you're wanting basically a bouncier line brush, then I would go with this mountain bamboo brush. So that's the mountain bamboo brush, and we're really excited about it. It's really in this recent time, that short time that I've been working with it, become one of my favorite brushes to use. So then we're going to go ahead and get a fresh set of paper now, and we're going to move on to our next new brush, which is the turning vine brush. Okay, so this is the turning vine brush. You can see it's a smaller brush. In comparison to maybe one of our core brushes, this is our orchid bamboo, our small orchid bamboo brush. So you can see it is smaller than our small orchid bamboo brush. So it is smaller in that way. And what we like about this brush is how clever the tip is. So again, we called it turning vine. So just to show you that it is quite a competent line brush, if we were to sort of demonstrate these strokes that we like to use the line brushes for, you know, either orchid or bamboo leaves, you can see that it does deliver nice results when it comes to those things. But what we really like about this brush is how clever the tip is. So a lot of times we want to do line strokes that turn. So because this brush has a clever tip, Then if we want these sort of turning line strokes, try to get my moisture set up right. There we go, that's better. Huh? So oftentimes we are doing things like any kind of vined things like peas, or anything that has tendrils. A lot of flowers, like the crawling flowers, they have tendrils. Or anytime, even if you were wanting to do some kind of outlined spontaneous style where you were going to use a brush to do some of these outlined work, like maybe you were going to outline one of your flowers and then fill it in the center. I really like this for the type of turning line strokes that you will use. You can see it can make a pretty fine point, but it also has enough body that if you want to get a little bit more body on those lines, it can deliver like that as well. Yeah. So this is the turning vine brush, and this is the mountain bamboo brush. So if you are somebody who likes to collect brushes, then these are definitely two good candidates to add to your collection. And if you are looking for a particular brush that is well suited to any of the type of strokes that you saw here, or if you just see the nature of these brushes and go, oh, I could use this brush for this or for that, we highly encourage you to pick up one of these. You can find them on our website at orientalartsupply.com. And remember to like and subscribe for more content like this. And as always, we wish you happy painting.